Hey everybody, and welcome to another Jamovi tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you about doing Spearman's row correlations when you don't know if you've got a linear relationship and you wanna use R. So in this case, we're gonna use ordinal variables, and we don't know if it's a true linear relationship. So we're gonna use Spearman's row to give us a little bit of a description. And the reason why we're gonna use Spearman's row and not Pearson's R is because we are exploring the data rather than knowing or testing a hypothesis for Pearson's R. So let's go ahead and use some data that I grabbed from Mastering Statistics using JAS from James McDougall. Here's the data. There's the, I don't know why, that's because I changed the formatting. I made it big, but this is of course a CSV file, so there is no formatting. So here it is. James McDougall came out last year, Mastering Statistics edition, and we've got 10 wineries from California and ratings from 2010 and 2016 on their Cabernet Sauvignons from ratings from 1 to 10. Okay, so 10 being great, this wine is great. 1 being, ooh, this wine is awful. Okay, and so we've got several wineries, and again, these are all Cab Savs. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put these data into here, and I'm just gonna use the data entering feature of this. So we're gonna double click on this variable, and we're gonna call it winery, and it's a nominal variable. Okay, and we windery, God. My other video with spelling Gedner as gender, right? And then, oh, that's right, I could have clicked that over. And then we're gonna do this as 2010 ratings, okay? Hit enter there. This is going to be ordinal. We could call this a continuous variable, but here's the thing. There's the debate that Likert scales are maybe not interval, but rather ordinal, and so approximately interval, and so we use parametric statistics on them, but maybe we shouldn't. So we're going to go ahead and call these ordinal ratings, which is why we're going to be using Spearman row. But I will show you, and very importantly, that Pearson's R and Spearman's row in this case are going to be identical because it could be the case that it is a linear relationship, but we don't know that. So I'm going to set these as ordinal, and we're going to move on, and we're going to call this 2016 ratings. Oops, if I could type. And I'm going to call that ordinal as well. So I'm going to go ahead and close that, and I'm going to go to the CSV file, and I'm just going to grab it all, and I'm just going to paste it here, or not, paste it here. There we go. You have to select the same, or just go by column, either one, right? So there we go. That's what we are going to pick here. There was a data issue, and I'm not sure I fixed that data issue. There's a transcribing issue, and I don't know if I fixed it when I was doing the JASP version of this video, or I fixed it in the CSV file. I don't know. We'll see. So to do a Spearman's row, you easily go to regression. You choose correlation matrix. Wonderful. And here we have all of our variables. And here's where we uncheck Pearson and check Spearman. It didn't really change much to this because we got to put in these ratings. Now, the winery itself doesn't actually matter because we're doing the correlation between 2010 and 2016 ratings. Yes, I can't. So this Spearman's row is too big, I think. Yeah, something's up with the data that I can't remember. Oh, well. Yeah, something's up. One of these ratings is wrong, but that's okay. We can just do what we see here. I've made a modification to Mac's data. All right. So here we go. We have Spearman, right? And our row is 0.636 and our p-value is 0.054. So the p-value doesn't really matter with the case of Spearman's row in the sense that we're doing a hypothesis test because Spearman's row is purposefully and primarily only for exploratory and descriptive statistics. It's just saying that there is maybe a relationship between these two ratings. Maybe the 2010 rating sort of signifies the 2016 rating. Maybe the Cabernet Sauvignon isn't that good from this winery. I mean, I'm looking at you, winery A, with a rating of 3 and a rating of 2 across 6 years, right? So 6 years does have an importance, but is it truly important? Now, my mess up here is that this value is supposed to be like 0.8 or something like that, and this value is supposed to be below 0.04, but that's okay. Now I'm going to show you that if we compare Spearman to Pearson, we end up with the same values, although it is technically a statistically significant relationship between Pearson's. So Spearman's row is a non-parametric statistic, and it has less power to detect effects. So just inherent in the calculations is less power, but it's good for an exploratory purposes for ordinal variables. And of course, you cannot use technically, if you've got true ordinal variables and measurements, you cannot use Pearson's R because Pearson's R is a parametric test, requires interval ratio scale data. That's the assumption. And if you don't do that, and if you don't have that, you violate the assumption. You shouldn't be using Pearson's R. The fact that they're the same goes to show that maybe there is a linear relationship between these 2 years' ratings, but it's entirely possible that this is a curvilinear or nonlinear relationship, and so Spearman's row would be more applicable in this case because these are ordinal ratings. These are ordinal scale variables. So that is the difference between Spearman's row and Pearson's R. And if we were to plot this, now you're not going to be able to detect the difference here because this kind of does look linear, when we take a look at it. And of course, why wouldn't we think that this would be linear? Well, we don't actually know. Maybe past research has shown a curvilinear relationship as time goes on. The winery can't make, like if we had multiple years worth of ratings, maybe they asymptote at the top, maybe they can't hit, that top rating, something like that. So with our small bit of data here, we end up with what looks like a linear relationship. But if we had more information, maybe it's a curvilinear relationship. And so it's smarter, it's more appropriate to use Spearman's rho and get this outcome and say, oh, okay, well, maybe there's not a relationship with a degrees of freedom value of 8. Maybe there's not a relationship, so we can move on. The ratings of 2010 are not really connected to the ratings of 2016. So there we go. So that is how you do a Spearman's rho calculation in Jamovi. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, please leave those in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.